Hey, what's up guys? In this guitar lesson we're learning Man of the Year by Juice WRLD. Now, like most of the Juice WRLD songs we've covered, this only has a couple of guitar parts and only a few chords to cover. But this one is a little bit trickier than some of the others just because of the strum pattern we've got to use in the first guitar part. And that guitar part sounds like this. So I'm going to start with an E5 or an E power chord. And the way I'm doing this is using my first finger to press down the 5th and 4th strings in the 2nd fret. And I'm actually just strumming the 6th and 5th strings and just still holding down that 4th string as sort of an insurance, just in case I accidentally strum too far. So just using my first finger on those 5th and 4th strings and strumming the 6th and 5th strings. And what I'm going to do is strum down twice, then strum down 3 more times. Now what I'm also doing here is actually palm muting those notes. So just resting the side of my palm here right up on the string against the bridge. Now the reason why this is a little bit tricky is because doing constant down strums like that at that speed and a consistent rhythm, or doing it in time, can be a bit tricky. I definitely recommend doing some metronome practice with this one. Then we're going to move to a G sharp power chord. So this time popping your first finger up on the 6th string and 4th fret. And I like to use my 4th finger, but you can use your 3rd finger as well. But popping that on the 5th string at the 6th fret. And just strumming the 6th and 5th strings again, still palm muted. This time doing 2 groups of 3. Rather than 2 then a 3, just 2 groups of 3. And then moving to an A power chord, or an A5, so just that same shape, moving it further up a fret. So your first finger on the 5th fret, 6th string, and your 4th or 3rd finger on the 5th string, 7th fret. And still doing groups of 3, but this time 4 groups of 3. Sometimes I'm actually hitting the strings a 4th time. That is accidental. What I'm actually doing is just doing constant down strokes rather than stopping in between each of those groups of 3. That's going to really help to keep your rhythm going. Now, it does mean that sometimes when I'm not meant to be hitting it, I am hitting it accidentally, but it's better to do that accidentally sometimes, and with more practice, you won't hit it accidentally at all, than it is to actually play it out of time. So notice that extra little downstroke I'm doing that's not actually hitting the strings the majority of the time, if I do it right. Now we're going to go to a C sharp power chord. So this is a 5th string power chord. So our first finger on the 5th string, 4th fret, then your 3rd or 4th finger on the 4th string, 6th fret. And this time strumming the 5th and 4th strings, but doing that same rhythm. So 2 groups of 3 this time. Back to the G sharp, then back to the A. So that whole way through nice and slowly. After a few times of doing that, we're actually going to change it up a little bit. So we're going to be doing exactly the same chords, but this time just doing 4 down strums on each one. Except 8 down strums on the A. Now you notice I'm still muting that. If you want to lift it a little bit more, you can stop muting at that point. But just make sure you're still only hitting the 6th and 5th strings, or the 5th and 4th strings just on that C sharp. Now that section pops up twice, around the middle of the song there, and then we're also going to finish the song on that part. But they're the only 2 parts in the entire song. If you have any questions, pop them in the comment section below. Any requests, pop them down there too, and I'll try to get to all of them. If you like this guitar tutorial, make sure to like and subscribe. I've got new lessons out every single week. It really helps support the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Sam. I'll see you next time.